mofb.kevincraig.us is a line-by-line interaction with the entire MOFB website, all the policies, so I can show you the difference or the similarities between the Missouri Farm Bureau and the Libertarian Party. The Libertarian Party is the party of liberty. I'm the founder of a nonprofit organization called Vine and Fig Tree. If anybody should know where those three words came from, it should be people in this room. It comes from the Bible. That was the American dream. The idea that everyone would dwell safely under his own vine and fig tree. That was the American dream, not a 6% 30-year mortgage with a fixed rate. It was no mortgage at all. Owning your land free and clear, secure from princes and bureaucrats and lawyers, that you owned it and you held it and you could pass it on to your children. Vine and Fig Tree is the American view. Another way to describe it is a website I use to promote the idea of liberty under God. That's the vision of the America's founding fathers in the Declaration of Independence. It is now illegal, according to the federal government, for teachers in Carthage and Jasper County public schools to teach students that the Declaration of Independence really is true. That our laws, our rights rather, are not invented by the state, they're the product of intelligent design, can I say that? And that there really are moral absolutes, that God says, thou shalt not steal. These things can't be taught according to the federal government. Why is that? It's because the federal government is taking jurisdiction over areas where it does not have constitutional authority. I hold strictly to the Constitution. It's a document of enumerated powers. The federal government only has those powers which are expressly stated in the Constitution. No authority over education, no authority over energy, no authority over these things. In fact, if you go back to the time when Congressman Blunt was first elected in 1996, the Republican Party platform said, we're going to abolish the Department of Education, the Department of Energy, and gave a long list of organizations and agencies which not only have not been abolished, their budgets have been doubled. In the case of the Department of Education, twice what it was under Bill Clinton. And the Libertarian Party stands for going back to the Constitution. I think it has to be said that America, if the founding fathers were here, they would say America, the federal government has become an atheistic dictatorship. Listen carefully, I know that's shocking to say that, but America's founding fathers dumped the tea into the Boston Harbor over a tax of 3 pence per pound, and they only use 10 pounds of tea per year. What's the tax on gasoline per gallon? 10 times that amount. The entire burden of taxation in the colonies was 1 or 2%, according to economic historians. Twice that in Virginia, which is why we have so many founding fathers from Virginia, it was 3%. And the reason why now we're taking 60% of what you earn is taken from the federal government. They're not standing by the Constitution. I would obey the oath to support the Constitution. KevinCraig.us. Thanks.
All right, we'll take some questions from the audience if anybody has any for Mr. Craig. I am not seeing any. I know energy has been a big issue. You believe that the federal government should not be involved in that at all?
It has no jurisdiction in the Constitution. The Constitution doesn't say the federal government has the right to do anything about energy. It certainly doesn't have the right to tell oil producers and energy producers, you can't drill, you can't create energy. If we had a purely capitalistic system rather than a socialist system, which we're moving more and more to, we wouldn't have the energy crisis we have today. There's so much that I would like to tell you about how the libertarian system, the system of liberty under God, would solve these problems. You have to really look at my website, kevincraig.us. America's founding fathers, they risked their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor over this idea of liberty under God, everyone dwelling under their own vine and fig tree. Take a half an hour and go to libertyundergod.com or kevincraig.us and look how we've abandoned the system, the idea of liberty under God in this country. I'm sorry?
Were there any questions from the audience to follow that up? No? Okay. Mr. Craig, thank you.